How we doing tonight, ladies? Whew. All right, well, let's get started. First up to the stage, give it up for our hometown girl, Naysha Lopez. How you doing, Naysha?
Hola.
All right, and she's already been here 2 weeks ago as a surprise guest, but she's back. Give it up for Brooke Lynn Hytes. How's it going, Brooke?
Hi, it's great. How are you?
Bitch. Raggedy. So I
gummies.
subscribe to Universal Yums boxes, which sends you like food from all over the world. So we're up here. We're gonna be snacking, getting fat.
Snacks.
What's new with you, Naysha?
Shit.
Yeah. Are you watching this season?
I am. I'm really enjoying it. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who? Pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't know if it was
that
for y'all or me.
Unpopular.
Who is your besides your continental sister Brooke? Who are you rooting for on this season?
Let's see. I am It's really hard. Seriously, I'm soul team Brooklyn. Aren't we all team Brooklyn? Yes.
Right.
I love a good personality, but it can only take you so far. So.
What are you hinting at?
No.
Oh, lucky for you, you don't have one, girl.
I'm just saying, it's a general statement.
Yeah. Well, who
But,
else are you rooting for?
Who else am I rooting for? Vanessa Vanjie.
Yes.
And I love Akira, very
Yes.
polished and beautiful.
Beautiful.
That's my kind of aesthetic. I love that kind of aesthetic, yeah. So those are my three, I think, right there.
Yeah. What's new with you, Brooke?
Shit. No, I've been traveling around working like crazy, getting ready for DragCon, getting ready.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you're going to be there the whole time? You have a
yeah,
booth and everything?
I'll be there the whole time, getting my booth together, and just been traveling the country. It's been great. I just got off like a 4-day tour with Hard Candy. I'm doing that with you soon, aren't
Yes.
I? In June or July, we're going to be touring together for Hard Candy. Check those dates out soon. But yeah, it's been really, really good. Working like crazy, having the time of my fucking life, not sleeping.
Yeah.
What's new with you, Tranica?
And we're off! All right, you guys ready to get it started? All right, let's do this. Cheers. Yeah, would you like to answer that?
What?
Why did Vanjie not pick you? Was it because you didn't pick her last week?
We were fucking around, so I didn't want that interfering.
we know.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want that interfering with the competition. I was there to compete. I wasn't there to pick the person I was making out with in the van on my team. And she was the same. That's no shade. Like we were both very clear that we were there to compete, and what we had going on was separate from the competition. So I think that's why we never picked each other. We wanted to really keep it separate.
That was a goofy ass mini challenge, but it was fun.
Oh yeah, that was stupid. Like all of the mini challenges.
Right. It never makes any damn sense.
No.
So what did you think about Nina saying that she felt kind of shaded by you? Was that real, or was she just giving him storyline?
She was just I love Nina. She's one of my good friends, and this obviously is a very stressful environment. Nina was shouted out by Michelle Visage on the runway for how good she did in the challenge. I said I couldn't have done it without her. She was amazing. So I did shout her out. At that moment, I was just really proud of myself because I really redeemed myself from last week. And the fact of the matter is I did better than her, and I stood out more than her. Yeah. And I think that kind of rubbed her the wrong way a little bit because she's known as the acting queen, and I am not.
Yeah.
And I think I think she did kind of hold back a little bit in the challenge.
Do you think she was like shocked by how hard you went in for
I
it?
think she was really I was shocked about how hard I went in.
Really?
So yeah, I had like literally walking up to that challenge, I was like, I remember like walking down the fucking lot towards the set, and I was smoking a cigarette. And then like Cheyenne and Fortune were there, and I was like, okay, well, here we go. Where's the baby oil? And I literally just sat down and I started pouring baby oil all over my song, and I was like, I'm gonna just fucking do this. I don't know what the fuck is about to happen, but here we go. Like I was having an anxiety attack literally like walking up to the set, and then I just clicked off and I just fucking went balls to the walls.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things. I don't care. Like, she said shit. It's fine. I love her. She's incredible. She was incredible in the challenge. I could not have done the challenge without her. Like, she was the perfect scene partner. It was just heat of the moment. And I definitely wasn't trying to sabotage her or anything. I was literally just thinking about myself and giving the best performance that I could have given. Because at that point, I had so much to make up for from the week before.
Yeah. Were you completely naked in that challenge?
No, I just had my tucking panties on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was fun. I was like, oh, I like grab Cheyenne's dick. Like,
Yeah.
I had like a handful. Oh.
How was it? Yeah.
I gave Fortune a mammary exam. Like, I was, oh yeah, I was like sniffing her hair. Like, they didn't even show the good shit. Trust me. Like, I was like, the next people that came up, they were like, so please don't touch them.
I think that's the most involved that judges have ever been in something. They were literally like manhandled.
I actually messaged Cheyenne on Instagram the other day just to say thank you. It was so much fun to work with him. And he was like, yeah, I had a bruise for like 2 weeks after that on like my inner thigh and like scratches down my back. And I was like, yeah, you did. As you should have. But yeah, it was really fun. I feel bad that she felt that way because she is one of my good friends, and I didn't want her to feel like that, but she did a good job.
I don't feel like she really thought that.
No. I mean, I just think she was, again, it's the situation. You get so stressed. You're so in your head.
Yeah.
Like, you're there. Like, looking back at it, probably not, but maybe she did at the moment. But it is what it is, and I just went in there and did the best I could have done, and I'm proud of myself regardless.
Yeah.
Yay!
And we're back! Do you think it's good that the other team underestimated you? Because like Silky was like, yeah, they're fine over there. No one's got any talent.
I mean, you got to take everything Silky says with it, like 8 grains of salt. So
this whole thing about talent, I feel like somebody needs to tell them what talent really means. Yeah, there's say people lack it, then there's people that have all of it.
Yeah,
and I mean, there's someone like Brooke Lynn. I know Brooke Lynn for years, and she's one of the most talented queens that you could ever come across. So the fact, yes, she is. So the fact that she's like no
Thank
talent
you,
over
people.
there, girl. Really.
Yeah,
I love that 3 people agreed.
They're like, yes, so she is.
No, she really is. She really is.
So this year we're doing things a little different. We got some emailed questions. We actually have quite a few of them. I'm going to sum up about 40 of them and just ask this. A bunch of people asked for both of you because both of them are former Miss Continentals. I'm your current reigning Miss Continental breakfast at the Days Inn by the airport.
Yes. For like 6 years now.
Oh, yes. Yeah. No line, no wait. All right, so people want to know what was harder for you, Continental, which is obviously like a year process leading up to this. What was harder, Continental or Drag Race?
Drag Race.
Drag Race?
Definitely Drag Race. Yeah.
Why so?
Because Continental, you know what you're getting into. The categories, there's really, you know the categories, you know what's up. The thing with Drag Race is that you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what they're going to throw at you. And television plays a big portion. And if you lack personality, you won't be there as long. Everything plays a factor, opposed to Continental that you can actually prepare a whole year and know what you're getting into.
Yeah, the preparation is so nice. Like, you know exactly what you're bringing. You know what you have to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's still stressful, but it's nowhere near the level of stress of waking up every day and being like, so what the fuck is going to happen today?
Also, you slept, though, right? Because, I mean, you would try to go to sleep, but it's like you don't know what the next day was.
Oh, I had sleeping pills.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Well.
so I slept.
How many times did you guys go up for Continental? Because you competed against each other, right?
Yeah, my first year.
Weren't you in the top 3?
I was her first runner-up when she won.
Yeah. I was there that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was fun. I got to crown Brooke Lynn. I competed 4 times.
Wow.
And then Brooke Lynn, you were 2.
2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find that like the social aspect is like one of the harder parts, like social media and whatnot? Because like with pageants, I mean, there's not a ton of people like commenting on what you're doing in real time.
Yeah.
But here, people are like, "I hate you for these reasons." Like,
yeah.
And you get to hear like negative shit about yourself.
It's
all the
crazy.
time.
People are just like, I hate you. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. I fucking hate you too, probably. I mean, I'm sure the feeling's mutual, but it's just like...
Because people say the pageants are hardcore. Like, you got to watch out.
Yeah,
like, people are...
It's crazy. This person like said that to me online the other day, like, I hate Brooke Lynn Hytes, and I was like, okay, I hate you too. Just to start things off. And he's like, you just seem really like you're full of yourself and you think you're better than everyone, and I'm a really nice person, and you seem really shady, and I'm not shady, I'm really nice. And I'm like, you just fucking told me that you hated me and you've never met me, but you're a really good, non-shady person.
Right.
Okay.
My favorite is when they're like,
Cool.
I hate you so much. And then you're like, but why do you hate me? That's just shady. Whatever. God bless you. Oh my God, you responded. I love you.
Yeah. I never thought you'd see
What
this.
the fuck
I
was
apologize.
that? Is that how you wanted to get my attention?
I stan, Mom. T, sis. Step on my neck. The fuck? Kids these days.
We have a question from Christopher Gainey. He said, for both of you, pageants can be competitive, and I wish to know what were some of the craziest things you witnessed contestants do. Oh, we'll get back to that. And we're back. Well, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. This was the hardest challenge.
Really? Mm-hmm. Harder than the improv? Harder than what were
Yeah.
you here for 2 weeks ago?
Snatch game?
Snatch game. Harder than Snatch game?
Well, yeah, because I was just bad and it was fine.
Oh.
Like this was.
And I guess for Snatch game, you have like weeks to be like, oh God, oh God, oh God. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
weeks to still not be ready.
Right.
No, this was hard because this was the first challenge that we had to write everything. We had to choreograph everything. Then we had to learn magic tricks. Like we literally had nobody doing anything for us. So and we had like the least amount of time to put it all together. So it was really difficult.
So the only thing you got was the magic trick. Everything else you had
everything
to do
else
on your
was
own.
us. Like
wow.
and it had to be like 10 minutes long from start to finish. Like
Did you have to write your own part, or could it be done collectively as a group?
we all were like we came together as a group and did it. But yeah, I definitely for a second got in my head with this one.
Yeah.
Because that magic. First of all, my magic trick was really hard, and I just this shit is not my thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like when I don't want to do it, and I didn't want to do it, so it was just like I kind of give up if I don't really want to do something. But
What challenges were you like looking forward to?
anything design, anything dance related. I wish we had more improv challenges now that I realize I'm actually good at it and I had fun.
Yeah.
Like after like I learned to like let go. I think a big part of like being in this competition is because, and you probably get this, because we're pageant queens. And whenever it comes to competition, we automatically think pageant. We think we have to be perfect. We think everything has to be right. But this competition is not that. You have to let go and be goofy and stupid and fun.
Yeah.
And I was trying to be so perfect and like
Yeah.
poised all the time. And as soon as I realized I could be an idiot, it was so much more fun.
I feel like this could be an improv challenge because it seems
Yeah.
that the other team is like, well, we don't know. We're just going to wing it. Like,
Yeah, they're very like,
right.
okay.
Yeah. You want to do this shot? All right. Raise your glasses, guys. Thank you for coming out tonight. Give it up for our girls. Give it up for Naysha. Give it up for Brooke. All right. Cheers. Cheers. God bless you.
Oh my God, how is Silky sleeping?
Did that happen a lot, or was that the first time?
I think that was the first time, like in rehearsal.
There's something about Silky where I feel like at all times she's fully aware of everyone in the room looking at her, but then also she has no like understanding of her surroundings also at all. Like she's like camping it up for like she's constantly breaking the fourth wall, being like, I would like to get my spin-offs after this, but then she's just like doesn't totally understand what she's saying out loud.
She's wonderful. I love her.
So how are things with you and your boyfriend?
Things are great. How are things with you and your boyfriend?
We good.
We good.
How is Vanjie? Is that still going on?
She's good. I think she's in Europe somewhere.
Yeah.
Or was in Europe. I'm gonna see him in a couple of weeks. I
Yeah.
think things are good.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. How are things with you? How are things with you and your boyfriend, Naysha?
It's good. It's good.
It's good. So nobody else wants to talk about their relationships either. Cool.
No.
Weird question. I was just thinking, Naysha, what was your snatch game gonna be?
I had Kathy Griffin.
Oh, that's super random for you.
And then I had Dina Flowers.
Oh wow. And we're back. I have a question. So I know who Gina Rodriguez is. Who's the other one?
She was from Love, Simon.
Oh,
13 Reasons Why.
Oh, I know who she is. Okay.
So I don't know if you guys know, but Gina Rodriguez is from here, from Chicago. Did you guys know that?
Is she?
Who knew that? Somebody knew that? Yes? Okay, yeah, she's from Chicago. We were actually in a dance company together.
What?
And she's my ex-girlfriend. I swear. I swear to you on everything. I swear to you on everything.
Wait,
yeah,
what? Wait. When? Hold
in
on.
high
Pause for some
school.
chocolate.
In high school, yes. I've known Gina forever.
Oh.
Yeah. he was in our dance company too, and he knows Gina as well.
So how far
did
you like have sex with her?
No, we just made out. That was it.
That's
it's as
wild.
far as it got. But yeah, I've known her for years. Yeah, she's an awesome gal. Yeah.
Did you know that when Lady Gaga was there, her and Cynthia Lee Fontaine were in the same dance class together like 10 years ago?
Oh,
like
wow.
Before, or more than that, before she like made it. And when he walked out, or when Cynthia walked out, she was like, Carlos? Do you know this? She said this when she was here, but yeah, she's like, oh yeah, it was us, and I think there was some other random celebrity with them too. Anne Hathaway was in it with them too. This is like 15 fucking years ago.
Who is the hardcore fan out there, bitch? You just, you know all this shit.
Isn't that crazy?
It's so crazy.
That's
no,
nuts.
it really is. It is.
That's
It's nuts.
crazy.
What are you snacking on?
Chocolate.
You want
Oh,
some?
okay, gorgeous. No, I'm good. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay, I got a question. Oh, this one is from Julio Alfaro. It says, if you were to lose this season, this is for Brooke, if you were to lose this season, heaven forbid, would you immediately head into All Stars like Monet did, or would you wait a season like Trinity did if you were to not win this season?
Would I immediately head into All Stars, or would
Yeah.
I would wait.
You would wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to ride the wave.
Right.
And then when the
agree.
wave slows down, you get on another wave.
Right. It's true.
If the wave's high, you don't jump on another wave right away. You wait
Yes.
till the wave to get to the sea, and then you swim back out.
We love a surfing legend.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
It's a
No,
true-
I would definitely wait a couple years.
You learned all this in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The seas, the oceans of Canada.
The
yeah.
seas of Canada, the oceans. Yeah, I would wait.
This is from Kevin Wiggins. It says, of all the queens this season, who do you think deserve to go further and who should have probably left sooner?
Oh.
Naysha, what do you think?
Oh, shit. Okay.
Let's say, who do you think went too soon this season?
Who?
Ariel?
You think Ariel?
No.
Yeah, no, I don't think that.
You don't think that?
Wait, who went home? Remind me. Oh, okay,
Scar-
yes. Okay,
Plastic.
wait. Oh, plastic. Okay.
Scarlet, Envy.
Okay, wait. This is my thing. Who should have gone further? It's so subjective. But who should not have gone home after a lip sync? I'm gonna change the question a little bit.
Great.
Because I don't have an answer for
Do it. No, do it.
But I don't believe that after Scarlett's lip sync, she should have been the one to go home.
Right?
Scarlett should have stayed after that lip sync.
Yeah.
It showed that she was ready for the lip sync, and it showed that she was ready for the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she should have stayed, for sure.
Watching that in person, Brooke, did you think that she was going to stay, or did it read the same when you were there as it
It
did
was
on
read
TV?
completely different from the other way around. And we were all so over Scarlett to begin with. We were like,
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
whoa.
we were just like annoyed with her.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh fuck, she's going, yes. But like now having a couple months and like not hating her anymore. Just because when you're in competition with somebody, if they're annoying, they're just annoying. But like knowing her now personally away from competition, like watching it from the front, I was like, oh bitch, you actually kind of turned it out.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, maybe you should have stayed.
Yeah.
So I think she kind of should have stayed too. I have to agree.
Yeah.
I mean, Raj is great too, but I really thought she did a great job in that lip sync.
And we're back. Well, who do we think won this one?
Team no personality, maybe?
Ooh. Yo, seriously, y'all did so good. Give it up for her.
Yes.
Seriously.
Fucking, I forgot how fucking funny Nina was. She really was like channeling Chris Farley. I wish they showed more because she kept going and she was like, like every time she would do it again, she would start like screaming. Fuck, it was brilliant.
When you guys jumped into it, were you like confident, or were you like, well, here goes nothing, like we might flop, or did you feel like
we were at
prepared
that
enough?
point we were so confident. So the
nice.
day that we got the challenge and we had to do it, like we were a fucking mess. And then that night, right before we left, they made us all run it for each other, like on the stage. We had some stage time, and we still had no idea what we were doing. And then they came out and they were like all funny and like witty, and they had all their jokes, and like I had a complete meltdown. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be a fucking disaster. So we went home to the hotel. I slept. We all woke up. We worked on our lines and our script, and we came back and we fucking nailed it.
Really?
Yeah.
So everyone just took the whole night to just like
Honestly,
do
like
the thing.
that all happened like the next day. Like it all really came together in a couple hours. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that do you think they had extra planned and it just fell through, or do you think they just couldn't connect? Because it kind of felt like they just couldn't really connect with each other.
I think there was too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I really think like I think it was the whole like Evie wanted lines and the rest of them wanted to improv, and like you can't have someone who wants script and someone who wants improv. It has to be everyone's on the same team doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think they forgot they were in a team.
Yeah.
And everyone was out for themselves and were worried
Yeah.
about themselves, that they didn't really play as a team.
Yeah. And my team was like, we worked so well together. Like Nina, we really leaned on Nina a lot because this is what she does in Columbus. She creates these shows. So she was super, super, super helpful.
Yeah.
So make sure she knows I'm grateful for that for this time.
Let's see. On the other team, we had Vanjie, Evie, Silky, and Akiria. I thought Akiria did well.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
Akiria really surprised me because at the beginning I was like, what everyone thought about me. I was like, she doesn't have any personality. She's just like a pageant queen, blah, blah, blah. But she's really fucking funny.
Did you know Akiria before the show from
No,
pageants?
I knew of her. I'd never met her.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't like, she was just really quiet at the beginning and like, but her looks are incredible. She's really fucking funny. Like, that acting challenge, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Was
and her
she-
commentary, like, I love her fucking commentary on the show. She's brilliant.
Was she someone that you weren't necessarily afraid of when you first saw her, like, walk in and you're like, okay, but then as it went, you're like, oh shit, she's serious competition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. I was like, okay, she's
Yeah.
cool.
Were there any other people who are currently in the competition that you're like, oh, they walked in, you're like, all right, let's see how this goes, and then you're like, oh shit, they are
Evie.
Evie?
I knew Evie.
Had to be. Did you really think so? With her her entrance look, you
Yeah.
thought she was going to be something?
I did.
She's
You
the
just
one
can
with
tell.
the car, right?
Yeah, you can tell though.
What made you think so?
Because like I could tell she was like really creative, like weird queen. And you looked around the room, there was nobody else like her in that room.
Right.
Like she was the only kind of freaky trash club kid thing, which isn't a read. That's just kind of like
I
her
love
thing,
that.
like.
In that description, she threw in trash.
But then like no,
What
she's like she takes like she literally takes garbage bags
off
and
the
stuff like
street.
that. That's not a read.
Trash.
Shut up. But she's so good at it, and I knew they weren't going to get rid of her because there was nobody else like her. Like
Yeah.
she was so individual to the competition, and she was so very good at what she does.
So are you saying by default she was in there?
No, I think she 100% deserves to be there. But I just knew when when you sometimes see people and you can be like, yeah, I don't know you, but I know you're going to be here for a while.
And we're back. Ooh. All right. Who were y'all's favorites? Yell them out. Louder.
Who?
Evie.
Brooklyn.
I liked Evie's the best.
Did you? For real?
I loved Evie's.
Did you?
Sugar cane.
Sugar cane.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think for the actual look and what the theme was, I think Brooklyn's was the best. Not just because she's here. I really think for the theme it was the best. But then the presentation of it, I think Sugar's presentation, the way she went into 3 different looks, was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't 100% on any of the looks.
I wasn't
Yeah.
either at all.
But I liked that she did the thing. Like, she was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to turn it out and do all 3 of these.
Evie's gig behind her back with the thing, that was pretty
That
cool.
was sick.
I
it was
mean,
just
yeah.
very Met Gala to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing was I thought it was really cool. It was her,
Met
but like
Gala
glamorous.
on a budget. Yeah.
The theme of Met
I
Gala
like
this
it.
year is fucking camp, and they better have some fucking drag queens there. That's all I'm saying. The theme is camp.
Is it really?
Steve, can we get me booked at the
I
Met
want to
Gala?
see what Rihanna's gonna do with fucking camp, because I've
Steve.
never seen that. That's gonna be.
It's
sick.
only a $30,000 ticket.
That's fine.
Oh, I got that at the house.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. What about Silky with the balls on her head and
She
the yellow and gold?
Did you guys
She looked
like
pretty
it?
every time.
I like the gag of the balls. I think it's a fun gag and it's silly. And
I thought she looked really pretty. Her makeup looked beautiful. Like she's a very, very pretty queen.
I have a question. Did she do something different with her eyelashes this week?
Yeah, they were smaller, like just in the middle.
Yeah, there was like 7 lashes and they were like square in the middle. I'm not trying to be a bitch, but they just looked like they were in the
Yeah.
wrong place.
I don't know if I don't know if I cared for that, but I thought like overall her mug looked really pretty
Yeah.
and clean.
This
Her
was
hair
one
was
of my
nice
favorite
and neat.
looks that she's done. I love that you could see her body underneath the look.
Yeah.
The gold.
What was Akira's? That was not a caftan.
That wasn't a caftan. That was
No.
a bodysuit.
Yeah, no.
That was a flying squirrel.
Yeah.
I have a couple of those. But like,
If that was worn for a different challenge, I feel like it would have been a
Yeah.
serve. But yeah, it just wasn't the challenge.
Nina looked great too. And the
What
pink.
was Nina was wearing?
The big pink.
Oh yeah, and the white hair.
Well, the fact that you
Yeah.
don't remember, girl.
Wow. I have a memory of a goldfish. I liked it because it was like lightly beaded or stoned or something, so it kind of sparkled a little. And
Yeah.
then the big white hair. I thought it looked good.
Very disco.
What did we think of Miss Vanjie's? The cheetah with the head wrap. Yeah.
It was good. I didn't like the nose ring like covering her mouth.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bit much. But overall, it was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was kind of like she felt like safe. I don't know.
This is a hard runway to be like wow in.
Yeah.
Because it's like flowy fabric and like I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see. Who do we think is at the bottom for the runways? Vanjie? You
Team
think-
personality for sure.
Huh? Woo. Who do you guys think? Yell it out. Who do we think's at the bottom for the runways?
We
Silky?
heard Silky.
Really? Vanjie? Yeah. Who do
Cool.
we think's at the who do we
Akira?
think's gonna end up having to lip sync based on the challenge and everything? Vanjie? Well, we never know. Actually, I don't feel like they actually know who's gonna have to.
I don't know either.
Whether it's gonna be like the whole team or one from each.
Right.
That's sorry.
Yeah.
There's a microphone. That's always stressful when it's group challenges because sometimes it's individual, sometimes you're like put together as a team. So
You feel like Rue's just getting it in a headset, like at the moment. They're like, and we're just gonna make everyone lip sync, or no one,
just everybody.
or two from each team, or we're gonna bring in 5 new people. She's just like freeballing it.
You all get a
whatever.
knife. We're gonna do a knife
Right.
fight.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Very Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Oh my
we're-
God, Game of Thrones. Sorry to
This is all
switch
you.
topic. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
I don't.
I don't.
Oh my God.
And we're
We'll
back!
talk about this later.
Right.
Yeah.
Nina really did do that.
Oh, Nina fucking.
Oh, totally.
You can't with Nina. Like.
You knew Nina before the show?
Yeah, I've known Nina for years. She,
too?
I met her at the first ever pageant I did, EOY, National
Yeah.
Entertainer of the Year. She was a former, and I was there competing. It was right before I did Continental, and we just hit it off, and we've kind of been talking back and forth. But like, we were friends, and we would talk. But like after this, it was like a really big bonding experience.
Yeah.
So we're a lot closer than we were then.
I feel like before the show, she was like the most famous amongst drag queens for the longest amount of time.
Yeah.
Because for like the last 15 years, like everyone in Columbus, like she has the fucking key to the city of Columbus.
She does.
She
Yeah.
is one of the most likable people that you will
Yeah.
ever come across. I
Yeah.
don't know anyone that can say something negative about
No,
Nina.
she's like a walking Disney character.
Yeah.
She's literally just lovely.
She's raised over $2 million for Columbus. Like,
Yeah.
she's not just gay famous. She's like, she goes and hangs out with the rich people at the galas and
Yeah.
shit.
She's like legit.
Yeah.
And she's a very cool person, so it's always nice to like, because sometimes I feel like on the show they don't get her,
Yeah.
or like kind of get what she does. So whenever they do, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I feel
You
like
get
now
it.
in the beginning, I feel like the audience was even kind of lukewarm. They were like, we like her, but now whenever Nina's on the screen, everyone's like, fuck yeah. Like, people
she's
finally
like a
have
camp
connected to
queen.
her.
Yeah, like, and she's so good at what she does.
Yeah.
And so fucking funny. And that's why I always picked her for my team, or I always wanted to be on her team for an acting challenge because
Yeah.
she's fucking incredible.
Do you think it kind of took her a second to click into the competition? Because it felt like
Yes.
we didn't see a full Nina until the last, like,
100%.
Yeah.
She got she was very in her head at
Yeah.
the beginning, like just freaked out. I mean, it's hard because, well, for Nina's a boss. Like, she runs Columbus. She runs Columbus Drag. So to go
Yeah.
from running a fucking city of drag, basically, and calling the shots on absolutely everything to being in a competition where you don't call the shots on shit and someone else is telling you what to do,
Yeah.
it's a mind fuck. So it took her a minute to, I feel like, get into her zhuzh.
that moment when she's like, people never give me critiques, but now I'm happy to have them. I was like, okay, I feel that.
Yeah, like, because she's like top dog in her city. So this is a new environment for her. But yeah, she's killing it. So who do we think's in the bottom?
Okay, so I thought Suga did fine, but they came down on Suga like really hard. Did anyone else feel like they kind of shit on Suga a little harder than they should have? Right?
Yeah.
Because like watching it, I was like, okay, she's definitely the weakest link of that group, but it wasn't like she was a weak link. It was like she was just the least expressive, but she was still killing it. Like,
I think it's one of those things where they just like they decide how they're gonna judge it.
Yeah.
Like if it's gonna go group against group or like
yeah.
So I think, yeah. So I think if they were critiquing group against group, they picked the weakest link from each group.
And also, sometimes they completely focus on your runways, and sometimes they like never even like give a shit about the runway.
Yeah.
And they seem to really zoom in on hating those last two caftans. So I was like, oh god, feels ominous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I do know, but I can't say. I said I do know, but I can't say.
And I think Vanjie is in the bottom as well.
Yeah.
Which I hate.
I don't know.
You know, but okay.
I do know, but I'm like trying to just be like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Let's just see. Yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen, Naysha?
I don't know, because I mean, watching it, the way they came down on Sugar was kind of like out of left field.
Yeah.
So I just don't. I don't know. Based on the critique, I think Sugar is going to be at the bottom. But the way they came for Silky,
yeah.
I mean, which is true. At this point in the competition, you should be paying attention to every detail. Yeah.
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 And
I don't know.
So the winner is either you or Nina. I'm so nervous. All right, and we're back. Let's do it. So if you have questions for Trinity and Vanjie, you can email Sean@roscoes.com, and we will answer those. Also, Naysha and Brooke Lynn will be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock for a meet and greet and performances at 11:30 and 12:30.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to open it up to people who are here. So if anyone has a question, you could just go ahead and raise your hand, and we will run to you. If you have a question, hi, come over here. Hi, what's your question? Oh, those shorts are so short. Spring has really sprung, has it not?
A little warmer. You look beautiful tonight, by the way.
I know. Thank you.
The bottoms always grab the mic like that.
They love that.
My question's for Brooklyn. Hi. So you're a trained dancer. I want to know if there's any ballerina role that you would love to do in drag.
That I would love to do in drag?
Yeah.
Well, I've done a lot of them because I danced with a ballet company that was like a drag queen ballet company called Ballet Trocadero. Dying Swan was one of my favorites. Yes, I would love to do roles I haven't done. I would love to do the Swan Queen. That'd be really fun. Or Giselle would be really fun too. Yeah, just a couple of those kind of roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love your shirt, by the way.
Yeah, that's that's Naomi Smalls.
Naomi
good fucking
Smalls.
merch.
Team Naomi.
Merch.
Legs.
We love Naomi Smalls.
All right, here we're going to get your friend. Hi, what's your question?
It's a complicated order.
Hi, what's your question?
Yeah. Hi. Hey, Brooklyn.
Hi.
Hey, boo.
Hi.
So, real quick, Brooklyn. So, Brooklyn,
name.
you said that you and Vanjie made a strategic effort to keep distance. You have a lot of charm, and so does Vanjie. Why not leverage that?
Why not leverage it? We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Facts are facts.
All right, so the question was, why didn't you guys leverage your...
Right. Because I didn't need to. I mean, I was there to compete. I felt good at what I brought to the competition. I didn't felt I need to. I wanted it to be myself in the competition. I didn't want it to be me and Vanjie. Obviously, I knew the storyline would be part of it, but I did not want it to be all of it.
Yeah.
I still wanted there to be me in the competition. I also didn't want to think, because Vanjie is obviously such a huge character and a huge like viral sensation. I didn't want people to think I was latching onto him and trying to use him to get further in the competition. So I was aware of all these things. It's a very delicate, weird situation, especially when you're with someone who's been on the show before and who is popular. So I didn't want that to get in the way of like what we had going on. It was really nice having him there because because we were never competing against each other or like working directly with each other. He was like my safe space. So like when I would get stressed out and stuff, I could go and he would give me a hug and a kiss. And we never had to work together. Does that make sense?
No.
Yeah, so that's why.
I thought you handled it perfectly because the fact that you kind of did ice each other out when you had a chance to like pick each other.
Yeah.
And then Rue was like, of course, trying to make drama out of it, and you're like, no, that's not what I'm here to fuck with.
We knew
I thought that
was
was a perfect opportunity to be like, no, I'm here to compete, and then you washed your hands of it.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
If you would have leaned into it and been like, I love you, you're on my team, they would have been like, she's now your weakness.
And
like,
guess who would have been lip syncing tonight?
Right.
Both y'all against each
Exactly.
other. Exactly. Yeah.
All right, I have a question. I started it before. It is from Christopher Garney. It says, "What is in competitions? What is the some of the craziest things that you've witnessed contestants do to sabotage or mess with other competitors?"
Oh. I've heard stories. I've never personally witnessed this, but like old school, like we're talking like back in the 80s Texas pageants where they're real fucking shady. I've heard of an entertainer paying a designer who was making another girl's gowns to lose them. To just lose them, like all done, and then they were just lost. I've heard of people putting like glass in the shoe.
Or I've heard of glass in their loose powder, like the powder that you dip in to like touch up. They would put glass in it.
Oh, bitch, they were shady.
I heard of one, so like your garments, like you have a dresser to help you get dressed and all that good stuff. And they always tell you, and because of this, that while you're on stage competing, your dresser should be watching your shit. So there was someone who was not obviously watching their shit, and they pissed on their gowns.
Oh.
That was me.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a good one.
Yeah.
The year Mimi Marks won Continental, I forget which girl it was. This girl,
Chicago legend. Make some noise for Mimi Marks. Yes.
I forget what this queen's name was. Fuck. Let's tell
Bring it back.
It's a good story.
So sweet. You had me fucking up my makeup.
I know. I was a fucking mess, and I was still crying when we went back to the main stage. Like, I got it together, and then I was just like, "Oh my god!" I started crying again, and we're like, when Rue's telling me I'm safe, you can't really tell, but I was full on like tears were still running down my face, and Ross was just like,
"What is wrong with you?"
Because they don't know what I just saw. They were just like, "What's wrong with her? She did really well," and I was just like, "Thank you." Yeah, that was. Oh my god.
Has your mom followed you in drag the whole way?
Oh, my mom is like. About it.
Oh yeah.
She came. She watches every week. She went to the premiere party in Toronto. It was her first time. She's 67 years old. She had never been inside a bar before.
What?
She came to a gay bar and she was like
Canada,
sitting above.
girl.
There was like a naked dick picture like right above her, and she's just like. She loved it. She had the best time. But yeah, she's every week she calls me and we talk about it, and she tells me if she liked what I did or didn't like what I did. Like the first week she was like, "Oh, you're not a very good actor, are you?" I'm like, "No, mommy, I'm not." She's like, "That's okay."
She read you.
She does. She'll just say it. But the way she's just been able to come around, like, because it's the thing you never think will happen with your parents. So I have to say, anybody out there who has the same kind of issue with their parents, you just have to give it time.
Yeah.
A lot of times they just need time to do it at their own pace, especially if they're very religious. They come from very religious backgrounds like mine. You just got to be patient with them and recognize that they're probably trying their best, and you got to give them a little patience and grace to kind of do it at their own speed. And eventually they will get there.
Aww.
Yeah.
All right, now tell us about that shady thing that the drag queen did to the other drag
Oh
queen.
yeah,
Oh,
this is
so
such
anyway.
a good one.
So-
it's so good.
So this bitch comes out to model evening gown. Amber Richards or somebody like that. I think it was Amber Richards.
All right.
no, it can't be Amber Richards. She
Who
had
cares?
already won.
All right.
Okay,
But
so
yes.
Bob Mackie, who knows Bob Mackie? Legendary designer.
Cheers, designer.
He's one of the
Cher.
judges. This bitch comes out in a Bob Mackie. There was 3 of these Bob Mackies in the world. 2 of them were accounted for. 1 of them was stolen. And this bitch comes
girl.
out in the
Yes.
stolen Mackie and is modeling. And Bob's like, that dress is stolen. Like, literally modeling the stolen garment in front of the designer who was stole from.
Yes.
Oh my shit.
And then the gown disappeared after the pageant. Like, she literally took it off. There was someone at the back door, ran out the door.
And they
with
left
it.
with it.
They pieced out.
Oh my god.
I forgot about that. So she was, yeah, that's crazy. And I mean, it's pretty awesome. You had Bob Mackie judging the pageant, and one of his gowns comes up, and it was a stolen gown.
Yeah.
That's,
I
how
love
fucked
that.
up is that?
I guess she didn't realize there was only 3 of them made in the world.
Yeah.
And the other 2, they knew where they were. That one was the one was like MIA.
There was girls who got in a fight backstage, and they were like screaming at each other, and the one girl left and went home, and the other one took spray adhesive, opened up every drawer of all the girls' stuff, and sprayed it on every piece of hair. Yes, every piece of hair, every gown, everything she owns, and that permanently ruins your shit. So she wiped that bitch out permanently.
Who did she do it to?
We don't have to say it on the, but yes.
No, who she do it to? We know who did it. We want to know who she do
Oh,
it to.
bitch, I don't know. I'm not saying names on this here microphone. All right, who has a question over here? Oh, and we're back. Okay, there we go. All right, we're going to take questions from the audience. Also, we have a bunch of empty chairs over here, so if you're over here in the wings, feel free to come fill these up if you want to come sit down. If you're over here, these are open, so get in here, get in here. All right, hello, you're my first question. Stand up.
Hi. I'm Adriana. Brooklyn, I just wanted to ask, can you hug me? But
Sure.
No, save it for the Q&A, or save it for the meet and greet.
Another question.
Okay.
Can I just get a high five?
Nope, save it for the meet and greet.
Then I have another question.
That's tomorrow.
Let me see. You want to hug? You want to play hopscotch?
I got another one. Even though I won't be here for the meet and greet, what's up with that red sweatshirt in your confessions?
Before you answer
That's
that,
a great
before she
question.
answers that, why can't you be here tomorrow for the meet and greet?
I promised my managers I will go to the gym.
What? That doesn't sound like
A bold-faced lie.
good
Or-
answer. Like, are you kidding me? I don't know if you should even answer the question. I mean, you're not coming tomorrow.
Why didn't you wear, or what was up with the red shirt?
That's a very sore subject for me. So you have to get pre-approved what you wear for your interview just because of like lighting and shit. So I had this beautiful blue, electric blue motorcycle jacket that I was gonna wear with the white t-shirt. It was so cute. I felt amazing. So cute. I got there, I put it on, they mic'd me up, and then the jacket was too squeaky.
Oh.
So they're like, you can't wear this. What else do you have? And I was like, I literally had that fucking softball league middle school zip-up ugly red hoodie that I had to wear for everything. I was so bitter. Because I look like I'm in like 12. Yeah, so that's why.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad we had that moment together.
All right. Hello, what's your question? No, you can't hug her. All right. Can we clean up this spilled ice over here? I almost ate shit. Hi, what's your question?
So this is for both of y'all.
What?
Winning Miss Continental. What would you rather? Winning Drag Race or Miss Continental?
I asked this an hour ago.
Okay, so
I said what was harder.
What
What would
was
you
harder?
rather win, I guess, yeah.
I'm going to let Brooklyn answer, and then I'll answer.
Okay, what would I...
At the time that you won Miss Continental.
At the time that...
I'm really... if I had to win Drag Race or win Continental, I would win Continental, and here's the reason why. Being Miss Continental was the reason I got my work visa to get to the States, to get my green card in order to be on Drag Race.
Yes.
So without Miss Continental, there would be no me on Drag Race. So winning Miss Continental is way more important to me than winning Drag Race. Also, because Continental has been around for 30 plus years and it's a fucking incredible legacy to be a part of. And especially me and Naysha being two of the only boy queens in 30 plus years to actually win the
Yes.
pageant. What? No, I said yes. Yeah, like the only, it's a pageant that's dominated by trans women. So it's extra special for us.
You know, the awesome thing about Drag Race is that you get chosen. You get chosen whether you have talent, whether it's personality, whether it's what you look like or what you're serving. You get chosen to be on Drag Race. We chose to compete for Continental. We chose to be Continental, which means we put that much more work into it. I will always be... You can say Naysha Lopez from RuPaul's Drag Race, but I would always prefer Naysha Lopez, former Miss Continental. Always.
All right.
Oh, thanks.
Drag Race is great too, though.
What'd you say?
I said Drag Race is great too.
Oh, yeah, but you know what I mean,
Yeah.
bitch.
Hello, what's your question?
Hi, Brooklyn.
Trade.
First and foremost, one of the greatest moments in Untucked, you hiding under couch cushions with a cocktail is a big mood.
Big
and it is one of the
mood.
greatest moments that I've ever seen. But more importantly, what was your preferred cocktail when you got into Untucked?
Well, we didn't have a choice. It was vodka. It was like vodka, orange juice, and cranberry. That was what we were drinking, whether we liked it or not. Which is fine because I like that. And at that point, you don't really fucking care. You just want a cocktail.
You just want alcohol.
Yeah, you're just like, I'll take it. But yeah, I'm currently not drinking. I'm taking a little break just to.
She is.
But when I do drink, my preferred drink is a shot of tequila. I'm a tequila girl.
She's very Latina.
Very Latina.
Hello, what's your question?
So, Brooklyn, as the wig game becomes more Instagram worthy, I gotta say yours is on point. Who do you go to these days?
As
Because
who becomes what?
The wig game.
Oh, my wig
I mean, all
game.
your girls, like Big Black Vanity. Who are you going to, girl?
This is a Wigs by Vanity. I love Wigs by Vanity. I have a couple. Yes, you did. I have a couple plastique tiara creations.
Oh, really? Did you have them before the show, or you got them after?
I got them after. I bought the one I wore for my lip sync. So I own that one now. And then she wears hair and she gets bored of it and she sells it to me for like half the price. So I get her hand-me-down wigs. It's great. But yeah, I get wigs from all over. Wigs and Grace makes a lot of my wigs now too. Yeah, they're awesome.
Hello, what's your question?
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. First of all, I think you look amazing in person.
Thank you.
You too, girl. Sorry. Next question is, what are some of your upcoming projects, if you could share with us? I know you got the world tour coming up, or just a little something.
Upcoming projects? Yeah, just a shit ton of touring. I'm like on the road for the next year right now. I'll be doing the season 11 tour, of course, which starts right after DragCon.
Yeah.
So we'll be going all over the country. And then I think I'm doing some stuff in Europe. And then it's just, honestly just touring, lots of touring.
My
right
biggest
now.
project, I'll be going across the street buying a wig at Beatniks.
Oh. You buy wigs at Beatniks?
Yeah, I was like, damn, really?
I called it a project, bitch.
Oh, that is...
I thought you would have got that!
That's really brave.
Who buys wigs there?
Well, they've been out of 301s for about 6 years. Hi, what's your question?
Kind of twofold. First off, why did you get into drag? What got you there? And two, for those of us who can't make it tomorrow because we're flying back to Vancouver, what would it take to get you to come do?
Canadians in the hood.
Hi, Canadians.
Yeah.
So I started doing drag because I was that kid. I was a big old flaming homo from the time I was a little boy. Like I always was about the dresses and the heels and the Barbies, and I'd wear a blanket as a wig. So it was always just something I was naturally interested in. And then as I got older and my personality developed, I realized I hated being told what to do, and I hated having a boss. So I was like, I need to find a job that I can do that I can just work for myself and call all the shots in my life by myself. So I put that to, and then I got into drag as I got older, and I kind of clicked after about 6 years. I was like, oh my God, this is the perfect job for me. I don't have to answer to anybody. I can just do exactly what the fuck I want to do when I want to do it, and it's all up to me. So that's why I started doing it full time. And I will be down in the bar after this later, so I will hug you and take a picture with you.
Also, yeah, meet and greets tomorrow.
And also that. But if you happen to see me, I will say hi.
We have a question from online from Eleanor Defer. It said, for Brooke Lynn, when did you start, Brooke, when did you start doing point? And how long did you do point?
I started doing point when I was at ballet school. So I was probably 15, 16, and I was just fucking around with it. Like, I never really studied it seriously. It was always like after class, I would just mess around, but I would never take like full-on point classes because I wasn't allowed. And then when I got into ballet company, same thing. It's just something I always messed around with. Thankfully, it's a very easy thing for my body to understand, just the way my feet are shaped, and my body just goes on point really easily. So I'm very lucky that way. So yeah, I started when I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also from Eleanor Defer, it said, to both of you, which challenge from another season would you have liked to do? Which challenge would you have slayed?
I just wanted a challenge, period. Some of you didn't get that, but, you know, I went home really early, and I came back, but still. Actually, just speaking relevant to the season right now, I thought that the season, what was that? What was it? The challenge that you guys did, the church one, or what was it called?
Church of Brittany.
The Church of Brittany, like that challenge was really awesome, and this magician one was really awesome. And because they were so awesome, I would have loved to have been a part of that. I'm not sure that I'm saying, you know, I would love, but you know, because they were just so good to watch. Those are the ones I've enjoyed so far this season.
I wanted to do the Coco Montrese, Alyssa Edwards, Black Swan thing.
Ooh,
that would have been. That's very my. That's very my gig.
Cute. Yes.
That would have been good. I also love all the musicals. The musicals are really fun.
Yeah.
I would have loved I would love to do a musical again. Or I like that design, that runway thing that they did with Violet Chkotchky when she did the.
Yeah.
That was fun. I love a good runway. So anything where I don't have to talk.
Naysha, would you go back and do an All-Stars?
Would I go back into an All-Stars? Well, being that I know how to sew now.
How did you not know how to sew then, bitch?
Listen, well, this is the thing that I felt like when I said that too was misconstrued because do I know how to sew? Yes, I know. I know how to sew.
Yeah.
Can I make you a gown, for you to compete tomorrow? Absolutely not. And I just felt that I wasn't at that place where I was.
You could be like, yeah, I could sew.
I could sew.
Yeah.
Like some of these bitches try it. Like, yes, I could sing and act. And we know that half of them can't. So it was kind of one of those things. But if I was invited to do an All-Stars, would I do it? Absolutely. I don't think there's any negativity that comes from it. It gives you more exposure. You have more fun. Why not? I would definitely do it.
I would love to see you back up there.
Yeah, I would. Well, first off, I felt like I wasn't on there long enough or whatever. But whatever. I would love to. Yeah, I would love to do that. Yeah.
Well, considering like what you were saying about your season, is there anything that you would change going into your season if you could look back now and be like maybe you should become or like focus on sewing or things that you would have focused more on or?
Yeah, going into the season, if there was something that I would have changed, I wish I would have focused on the skill set of sewing, so that I could have maneuvered that a whole lot better. Other than that. No, I was ready to compete. I loved my Snatch Game character and everything I was ready to do. It just so happened that I wasn't able to show any of it, but yeah.
All right, we're going to do some more questions. We'll do a couple more and close it out. Hello, what's your question? Come over here with me. Hello.
Hello. So why did it take 15 seasons to have an on-screen romance? Is it really the first time that two contestants like each other?
I guess.
Yeah. It is, and she can vouch for this reason. What you guys really don't understand is that when you have a reality show, they want everything to happen on screen. So there is no time for you to develop even a good friendship unless it is on screen. So everything you guys saw was what they were able to develop basically on screen and on the van ride from the studio to the hotel.
And they would separate us sometimes.
Because once you get to the hotel, you're in a hotel room and you do not see anyone the entire time. So yeah, that's why it took so long for it to happen. That's not to say that people weren't fucking already, because I'm sure that's happened already, but...
You think so?
I don't know.
I don't know, maybe, I think so. Well, I'll tell you guys this. This is just a little dirt. Okay, so before... They used to have male, what do you call it? Yes, they used to have male PAs, PA meaning production assistants. After Pearl, y'all know Pearl, yes?
Oh, she fucked one of them?
After Pearl, no, this was because of Pearl, not because of Willem. After Pearl had fucked a PA, is what they told me. And so they had to change the rules, and everything was just... Now it was just like girls, and then there were like all these different rules. Mm-hmm. They had basically the rules are created based on the fact that we break them. That's basically how it happens.
Yeah.
And Pearl broke one of them,
oh.
And then new rules were created. Is so what we heard. Well, I remember so many girls were like so many women. Well, Pearl fucked that up for y'all. But yeah,
there was no male PAs.
There were no male PAs after that. Yeah. That was a gig.
All right. Hello, what's your question? And when did you fuck Pearl?
Are there any girls who have been eliminated that you anticipated would last longer in the competition?
That I thought would last longer?
Yeah.
I thought I was a little shocked Honey went home when she did.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's a fierce New York queen, and I know she's a great performer, so that was like a shock to me. I was shocked Plastique went home early because she was so... It's Plastique.
Yeah, I thought Plastique was going to last longer.
Yeah. Besides that, no.
Hello.
Yeah, you heard that. Nope.
My question is for Brooke. First off, your mom is adorable.
Thank
and
you.
She seems like the sweetest woman in the world.
She
My mom
is.
grew up in Don Mills in Toronto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so my question is, how do the drag scenes compare in, say, Toronto versus Montreal and Vancouver and other cities?
How do the drag scenes compare? They're quite similar. I mean, Montreal definitely has more of a cabaret feel. Like they have a proper venue, like Cabaret Mado. It's this big club in Montreal, and they have a stage, and they do productions, and it's like a real theater kind of vibe. It's sickening. And then, and they also have a lot of really artistic club kid drag there. So we don't get that so much in Toronto. I feel like Toronto is more of the fishy hair flip city. Lots of that. There are some club kids, but I think it's more of like the fishy hair flip bar drag that people love, which is amazing, which is where I learned to do drag. And then Vancouver, I find Vancouver is very kind of the same. There's a lot of like fishy. Fishy seems to be the thing right now. Everyone wants to wear just a little bit of makeup and like a human hair wig and just kind of
Well, I just feel after some people see themselves on Drag Race, they're like, oh, that was a lot. I need to tone it down.
Yeah.
But it's also television. So.
But that sets the trends for everyone else. So I think everyone like, they're not that different. I will say the difference between Canadian drag and American drag is that there's no pageantry in Canadian drag. Like we don't have national pageant systems. We don't have any of that stuff. In America, that's like such a huge part of the drag culture down here. So I kind of wish there was a little bit more of that in Canada because it teaches you something new and it kind of opens up a new vein of drag.
I think it polishes the drag too.
For sure.
All right, we're getting close to the end here. Hi, what's your question?
Hi, as a Canadian in the house, so proud of you, Brooke. I've often kind of had an affinity for the Puerto Rican drag queens because it's like an outside of the American system, and then you're the first Canadian drag queen. So I'm wondering what Canadians and Puerto Ricans might have in common, kind of being outside of the.
What do we have in common?
Yeah, I want to know. And you're both beautiful, and I'm
Thank
so
you.
grateful. Yeah.
Fuck my drag. Where am I from? Tell me where I'm from. Do you know where I'm from? Oh, she's Googling.
She's Googling.
She's Googling, bitch. I'm from Puerto Rico. I am from Puerto Rico. What do we have in common, Brooke?
That's what she was asking.
What do we have in common?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Besides a few boys, what do we have in common?
You fuck Vanjie too?
Oh, Mary. Oh. Listen. Mary before Drag Race. No, just kidding. No, what do we have?
I don't know if there's anything that Puerto Ricans and Canadians have. Y'all are really loud. Canadians aren't very loud. We both hate Trump.
There we go.
Yay, there's something. I love plantains. You love plantains. I'm really reaching here. Like,
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. I think we've reached a natural conclusion here. All right. Give it up for Naysha Lopez. Give it up for Miss Brooke Lynn Hytes. We will be back next week with Trinity the Tuck and Miss Vanjie. So submit your questions to Sean@Roscoes.com. Thank you for being here with us. They will be back here tomorrow for the meet and greet at 10. Performances at 11:30 and 12:30. Thank you to Roscoe's for having us. Also, Sunday, XYZ. We're here for Cinco de Mayo. All right, give it up for our girls. All right, thank you guys for being here. And if you're watching on YouTube, Alexa, play Jai Ho. Thank you.